All right, here we go. Here's beautiful girl. So the main things, again, keep an eye out for when she looks toward me. I'm going to say yes and feed her. And my criteria, again, is this loose leash. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, you ready, friend? Okay, with me. Yes, I'm going to feed her because she's looking at me. Yes, and you can see she's very, did you see a leaf? There's all these things kind of competing for her attention. But every time she looks up at me, yes, I'm going to feed her. I'm going to try and give you a little better view. There you go. With me. Yes. There's food. Sorry, she's in the shadow. Yeah, you're doing so good. I'm going to feed her. Yes. 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 Hold on. Whoop. I'm going to stop for a second. Good girl. She's nice about sitting for a stop. I'm going to get out some more food. She says, oh yes, I do like the sound of that. Ready? And again, my phrase is with me. With me. Yes. And I'm going to give her food. That nice loose leash. Yes. She hears a dog. Yes. But she chose to look back at me, which I love. Yes. Got a truck coming. Hold on. Sit. Good girl. We've got a truck coming. Good girl. Very nice. I'm going to feed her for just being easy about that truck passing. Yes, ma'am. With me. Yes. Yeah. Now, the idea with the treats is treating her every time she looks at me. Yeah. As you can see, now she's getting to the point where she's almost looking at me all the time, which I don't necessarily want. But what I do want is that I'm the focus as we're walking. There's a lot of stuff. There's a truck that just drove in front of us. In fact, I'm going to go this way to get out of the traffic. Anyway, there's leaves blowing all over the place. There's a lot of stuff for her to be thinking about other than me. So when she chooses instead to look at me of her own accord, she just heard a dog bark, I'm going to reward that. That's what I want. I want that attention to me. Now she's a little worried. That was a dog barking that made her nervous. We got a gust of wind. We got a lot of things going on. Yeah, that was a lot. She's a little worried. I'm going to feed her when she's worried. So she's worried about that sound. I'm going to just stay here and let her eat and let her think about the sound of the dog and let her kind of work it out. The more you give a dog time to kind of put things in perspective, sort of categorize what's happening. She's got leaves blowing, she's got a truck delivering, she's got a dog barking, all these different things. And it's keeping her from being able to concentrate on what I'm asking her to do, which is to keep that loose leash. So she's thinking, she's watching leaves, all that's good. But when she's kind of collected herself, hey girl, I'm going to take off again. Willow. Willow. Okay, ready? With me. So again, what I'm looking for is that back to that loose leash and back to, yes, looking toward me. Yes, that was a lovely thing. Yes. Good. Good girl, Willow. You're only the most amazing. Yeah, good girl. Now, what's going to happen with the food? When you take her back home, I would keep feeding her like this, which is basically one food every time she looks to me. Yes. Over and over. What's going to happen is when you take her home, whoops, do the same. Keep it 1-to-1, a treat for a look, a treat for a look. Then pretty soon I would start going, okay, I'm only going to feed you every other time you look at me. And then every third time you look at me. She's still going to look at you. She's still going to be really, really interested in what you're doing and where you are in relation to her. But, yes, you're going to feed less and less. And so where I'm feeding a lot, you're going to find, okay, now maybe I'm feeding every 15 feet, every 20 feet, every 30 feet. And pretty soon, you know, it's halfway around the block, then it's all the way around the block. That's kind of how it progresses. But you need this really rich, this rich reinforcement history of being fed right by your leg. Yes. And on a very nice loose leash. And it just gets better and better, and it just becomes the way that she walks around with you. Yes. So I'm going to start to feed her just a little bit less. That's the second time she's looked at me. So here's one look. Here's the second look. So that's kind of how you start to go. You're like, okay, I'm not going to feed every single time. There's one. There's the second. And then pretty soon it's once every 3 times, once every 4 times. It's like I said, and then she just gets used to, you know, she knows it's eventually going to come. But it really just gives her a really nice feeling about how great it is to be by your leg. Yeah, because she's kind of amazing. Yeah, she is. Yeah. There's the second look. Again, here's one. Whoop. And we got distracted by the leaves. So I'm going to actually let her have a little break and sniff. There's something very compelling right here. Another thing with young dogs is you really do want to give them that time to really sniff things. Like I said, categorize, kind of figure out, yes, figure out what things are. Good girl. And you'll find that it makes the walk better, because in the future she'll be like, oh, I've already smelled that 50 times. I already know what that is. And she tends to be less distracted. She's more interested in you. All right, so again, I'm going to take off, use the magic words. Willow, with me. Very nice. And I'm going to feed her. Look once. Look twice. Good girl. There's a dog barking. She's a little wondering about the dog barking. When there's something a little scary like that, like a dog barking or something she doesn't expect, feed her, because it's a way of you to communicate. It's a way of you communicating, oh, it's no big deal. Whatever bark you heard, that UPS truck that passed, the garbage truck, whatever it was, it's no big deal. It's fine. Yes. Okay, you ready? All right. With me. Good girl. You're so good. You're so good. Whoop, we found a leaf. Yeah, we found a leaf. We're just mad because our video stopped a minute ago. We don't know why. Okay, you ready? Okay, with me. Good girl. Yeah, there's a treat. Good girl. Yeah. So tricky with the sun right over here. I hope you can see okay. Yes. She's the best baby. I also talk to the dogs a lot. I know that's crazy. Yes. But I think they appreciate it. Again, if you think about trying to make yourself at least as interesting as all the things that are going on around her, talking to her, telling her she's doing great, especially a dog like this that's so social and so interested in pleasing. I think it's just always a nice idea. Talk to her, let her know you're paying attention to her. Oh, we found a good smell. Hold on, hold everything. Yeah, you found a good smell. Okay, with me. I don't want to treat the jumping. She did a little bit of jumping right there. So I'm not going to treat that. I'm going to wait until she's back and had some good steps. Good, calm, easygoing steps. That's what I want to see. Don't like the jumping? Now you can have the snack. You really want to separate any sort of treat, any sort of reward from anything that looks the least bit jumpy. So that was a jump a second ago. I'm going to wait a little bit. She's got her leash under her foot. We're a little twisted up here. Anyway, she's great. Sit, please. Just wanted to show you a little bit of her work there, so you can begin to work with things before we get together. All right. Say, see you, Mom and Dad. I'm amazing. Okay, bye-bye.